Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to put down your phone, stop binge watching, or focus deeply on important work, even though you know it's what you truly want? Why do you start each day promising yourself you'll be productive, but end up scrolling endlessly or giving into every tiny distraction? If that feels all too familiar, you're in the right place. Welcome to Dopamine Detox, the step-by-step science-backed process that will show you how to reset your brain, reclaim your focus, and finally get your mind to do life's hard things. Introduction: our world of overstimulation. We live in a world engineered for distraction. Your brain is besieged by notifications, marketing messages, and digital temptations, constantly triggering your reward system. But what happens when the pleasure centers of your brain are hijacked and overloaded? You lose the ability to enjoy simple moments, struggle to focus, and find it almost impossible to pursue long-term goals. Author Thibaut Meurisse, who has helped thousands regain mental clarity, argues that an intentional dopamine detox will not only remove distractions, but also restore motivation and joy for simple things. Chapter 1: Understanding Dopamine and its Effects. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Think of it as your brain's reward chemical. Every time you eat favorite foods, check social media, or hear a ding from your phone, your brain releases dopamine. This is what makes you feel good and encourages you to repeat those behaviors. But here's the critical twist. Today's environment bombards you with high dopamine triggers. Endless social feeds, on-demand entertainment, sugary foods, constant notifications. Over time, your brain adapts and becomes desensitized. You begin seeking more and more stimulation for the same high, while finding everyday tasks boring or unbearable in comparison. This is why it's now so hard to focus on reading, study, or deep work. Chapter 2: Identifying the need for a dopamine detox. How do you know if you need a dopamine detox? Thibaut Meurisse says, look for the signs of dopamine overload: constant cravings for instant pleasure, trouble focusing, chronic procrastination, and restless anxiety when you're not being stimulated. How does this show up? You're glued to your phone, impulsively checking messages, social media, or news. Tasks that used to be fulfilling now feel painfully dull. You start projects but can't stick to them. You feel agitated, bored, or anxious in moments of stillness. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step. Only when you admit the problem and the role of these false rewards in your life can you begin to detox and regain clarity. Chapter 3: The Science and Psychology of Dopamine Overload. Meurisse digs deeper into why dopamine is so powerful. Each reward-triggering activity actually shapes the structure of your brain. Left unchecked, your reward pathways get rewired for easy, shallow pleasure rather than meaningful, challenging accomplishments. Key insights: dopamine isn't bad, it's essential for motivation, learning, and achievement. The problem is chronic overstimulation, trying to feel good all the time. With continual high dopamine activities, you become hooked on the need for more. Your motivation for long-term goals like writing, studying, healthy living fades, as these don't give instant gratification. In short, you become addicted to distraction, and your brain starts to crave only what's easy, never what's hard. Chapter 4: What is a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox, as Meurisse defines it, is intentional abstinence from high dopamine activities for a set period. It's not about removing dopamine from the brain completely. That's impossible and unhealthy. But about breaking the cycle of instant pleasure so your brain regains sensitivity to simpler, more meaningful rewards. Key principles: eliminate or drastically reduce superstimulating activities. Social media, video games, junk food, endless news, and compulsive shopping. Choose a period of expected discomfort. This could be several hours, a full day, or more, during which you refrain from all your main dopamine triggers. Engage with low-stimulation activities. Walks, reading, journaling, meditation, or simply doing nothing. By doing this, your brain's reward circuits gradually return to normal and your ability to feel pleasure from ordinary things is restored. Chapter 5. Practical steps to begin your detox. Meurisse's detox method can be summed up in a simple, repeatable process. 1. Identify your high dopamine triggers. Write down all the activities that give you a quick dopamine hit. This includes all forms of digital entertainment, processed foods, gambling, or anything you find compulsively tempting. 2. Set clear boundaries. Don't attempt to quit everything overnight. Choose one or two and set manageable limits. For example, social media, 30 minutes a day. No snacking between meals for a week. 3. Add friction to bad habits. Make your addictive behaviors harder. Delete distracting apps. Hide snacks or sweets. Set passwords or use blockers for websites. 4. Replace and redirect energy. Fill the space left by distractions with productive or peaceful alternatives. Write, read, stretch, or take walks. Use this time to reflect on your goals and values. 5. Embrace discomfort. You will likely experience boredom, restlessness, or even frustration. Don't run from it. This is your brain craving an easy escape. If you persist, you'll develop delayed gratification, the essential skill for long-term success. Chapter 6. Models of Detox, Total versus Limited Detox. Meurisse suggests two models. Total detox. For 24 to 48 hours, eliminate all stimulating behavior. No phone, TV, internet, junk food, or even music. If possible, spend that time in a low-stimulation environment, nature, your quiet home. Limited detox. Set clear restrictions on your main triggers. Example, 1 hour of screen time daily, only healthy food for a week, or no tech Sundays. Which method works best depends on your comfort, environment, and goals. Both approaches help recalibrate your brain and restore your power over distraction. Chapter 7. Embracing boredom and rewiring your brain. A surprising lesson. Boredom is good for you. When you remove constant stimulation, the first thing you experience is a wave of boredom and anxiety. Don't fight it, embrace it. This is your mind recalibrating. Boredom gives space for creativity, deeper thinking, and problem solving. With time, the urge for quick rewards fizzles, and your attention span and focus return. You start to enjoy previously boring activities. Reading, writing, exercise, quiet time. Through repetition, you literally rewire your neural pathways, making your brain less dependent on endless stimulation. Chapter 8. Building lasting habits after detox. Once your initial detox is complete, the goal is not to cut off all pleasure, but rather to develop a sustainable routine that keeps distractions at bay. Key strategies. Regular mini detox. Schedule breaks from screens, social media, junk food, etc. weekly or monthly. Replace, don't just remove. Fill that freed up time with rewarding activities that advance your goals, reading, hobbies, connecting in person. Mindful awareness. Regularly check in with yourself. Are you slipping back into old habits? Adjust, reflect, and recommit as needed. Chapter 9. Advanced tactics, delay gratification, and master willpower. Willpower isn't endless, but you can train it like a muscle. Meurisse teaches readers to schedule your rewards. Only check your phone after 2 hours of work. Practice mindful awareness. Pause before acting on every craving. Ask, will this help me do hard things? Building your ability to delay gratification helps you resist impulses, make better decisions, and ultimately do the deep, difficult work that leads to lasting fulfillment. Chapter 10. Benefits and long-term impact of dopamine detox. Success stories and research show a wide range of benefits. Enhance focus and productivity. You can finally pay attention to your important work for longer. Improved emotional regulation. You're less reactive and less moody. Rediscovered joy in simple things. Meals, walks, Deep conversations, creative work become sources of genuine pleasure again. Greater mental clarity and energy. Without the constant highs and crashes, your mind feels clearer and your motivation returns. Chapter 11. Common challenges and how to overcome them. The hardest part isn't starting the detox, it's maintaining it. You'll face strong cravings, temptation, and discomfort as your brain craves its easy fix. Your environment may not cooperate. Friends, family, or work may push you toward old distractions. Meurisse recommends: announce your goals. Let people know you are detoxing, so they can support rather than sabotage you. Redesign your environment. Remove as many triggers as possible or create friction, so engaging them requires extra effort. Prepare for setbacks. Don't beat yourself up if you slip. Reflect, learn from it, and try again. Chapter 12. The bigger picture. Living a life of focus and fulfillment. The ultimate purpose of a dopamine detox isn't to quit all fun or pleasure. It's to restore your power of choice, to pursue what truly matters, and find joy in simple, purposeful living. By learning to do the hard things, you train your mind for resilience, discipline, and authentic success. Conclusion and invitation. In a world optimized for instant gratification and endless distraction, the ability to focus, persevere, and master your mind is rarer and more powerful than ever. Thibaut Meurisse, Dopamine Detox, is your invitation to reclaim clarity, willpower, and lasting happiness. Remove distractions, embrace the power of boredom, and watch yourself achieve the deep, challenging goals you once thought impossible. Are you ready to step off the hamster wheel of distraction and experience the real joys of life again? Then it's time, today, to begin your dopamine detox. Remember, you are not a prisoner of your impulses. Every distraction you resist is a victory for your future self. True freedom isn't doing whatever feels good in the moment. It's choosing what matters again and again. Detox your mind, reclaim your focus, and remember, the power to do hard things is already within you, waiting for you to choose it every single day.